You know, for thousands and thousands of years, humanity has turned to the plant kingdom for healing. I mean, from ancient herbal remedies all the way to modern pharmaceuticals, nature has always been our most trusted pharmacy. But what if we could finally learn to read the chemical blueprints hidden inside every single leaf, root, and flower? Well, today we're going to dive into how a new technological revolution is doing exactly that, decoding nature's oldest secrets to build the future of medicine.
Okay, let's just sit with this idea for a second, because it's so powerful. Every plant out there is basically a miniature factory, just churning out this incredible, unbelievable variety of complex chemicals. For centuries, we've benefited from these compounds without really understanding the complex machinery at work. We knew what worked, sure, but we're only now, finally, starting to understand precisely how it works and why.
And this whole quest is anything but new. I mean, you can see it on the earliest clay tablets from the Sumerians, in those detailed papyrus scrolls from ancient Egypt, and in the incredibly systematic catalogs of Greek and Roman physicians. For thousands of years, we've been documenting nature's medicinal power. The big difference now, this ancient practice is finally meeting the most cutting-edge science of our time. So let's start right there with that foundation, because we're not talking about quaint folktales here. This stuff is the bedrock of pharmacology, and it has given us some of our most life-saving drugs. And these plants are true medical superstars. Seriously. The rosy periwinkle gives us alkaloids to fight leukemia. The sweet wormwood is the source of our most effective anti-malarial drug. And the Himalayan yew? It provides paclitaxel, which is an absolute cornerstone of modern cancer treatment. We are profoundly deeply indebted to these little green factories.
But, and this is a big but, our reliance on these natural sources has created a serious bottleneck here in the 21st century. It's presenting us with a really critical problem.
See, the growing global demand means we're harvesting these plants way faster than they can possibly regrow. We're pushing vital species right to the brink of extinction. On top of that, quality control is a huge mess. Raw materials are often misidentified or contaminated. And the traditional process of finding new drugs, it's just too slow. We absolutely need a better way.
And that better way is here. The answer lies in this powerful new toolkit that lets us completely bypass the slow, destructive methods of the past and just read the language of the plants themselves.
So welcome to the world of omics. Now it sounds really complex, I know, but think of it simply as a set of high-tech decoders. Each one of these omics technologies reveals a different layer of a plant's biological instruction manual, giving us a complete, holistic picture of how it functions.
Let me break it down for you. Think of it like this. Genomics is like having the plant's entire cookbook, every single recipe it could ever possibly make. Transcriptomics then tells us which of those recipes are being used right now. Proteomics shows us the chefs, the proteins, that are doing the actual cooking. And finally, Metabolomics analyzes the finished dishes, those valuable chemical compounds we're looking for. It's a full picture, from blueprint to final product.
Now, this isn't just theory locked away in a lab somewhere. Oh no. These tools are already out there, being used to solve real-world problems in medicine and conservation right now.
And what you're seeing here is a fundamental shift in how we do things. It's a total game changer. Instead of a slow, manual screening process that's full of guesswork, we can now use computers to mine a plant's genome for promising genes. Instead of relying on a botanist's expert eye to identify a plant, we can use its unique DNA barcode for foolproof authentication. We're talking about a leap from the analog to the digital age.
The real-world impact of this is just huge. We can now use DNA barcoding to stop fake or adulterated herbs from ever entering the supply chain. We can use amazing gene editing tools like CRISPR to literally tell a plant, hey, produce more of that life-saving compound. We can even grow specialized root cultures in a lab to create these medicines on demand, increasing the yield of drugs like artemisinin without having to harvest a single plant from the wild. It's incredible.
But what's really cool is that none of these breakthroughs would be possible without a massive collaborative effort to catalog and share this information with researchers all over the world.
So what this all means is that science is becoming more open, more connected. Public databases like GenBank and Phytosome are creating a global digital library of plant life. So a researcher in Brazil can analyze genetic data from a plant sequenced in Japan, which just massively accelerates the pace of discovery for everyone, everywhere.
And all of this leaves us with a fascinating, really big question. We are standing at this unique moment in history where ancient wisdom and modern science are no longer on separate paths. They're actually converging. By reading nature's own instruction manual, we are not just rediscovering the pharmacy of the past, we are actively engineering the cures of tomorrow.